May I come? Yes. Good morning, sir. Good morning. Please take your seat. I'm Abhay. Yes. Abhay, you come from Delhi. Yes. And this is your first attempt at the civil services examination. And you have graduated from the Hindu College, University of Delhi. And your optional subject was economics. Yes. Why did you decide to choose economics?
So I was interested in economics since my school days only had the demand graphs and supply graphs and ascertaining of a price of a commodity interested me. So I chose economics as a subject.
Abhay, your knowledge in economics, how it would help you in your administrative services?
Yes. So economics would definitely help me in fund handling and how multi-dimensional effects can be of spending by a district magistrate or any other office for that matter. So secondly, sir, economics helps us to look at multi-dimensional perspectives because a single policy can have multiple effects on economy in terms of inflation, unemployment, and job opportunities. So in that that evolves our perspective as a administrator. So.
What do you understand by poverty trap?
Yes. So the poverty trap is mainly the inability of a person to escape from poverty. So
Mhm. How can we break that trap? Give me at least two suggestions.
yes. So one of the main suggestions would be that following a capabilities based approach as recommended by Amartya Sen. And secondly, sir, skilling of people and investing in human capital so that people are more employable. That would be a better way to approach poverty than cash transfers or other schemes. So.
Abhay, when you look at the Indian economy, what do you think? Which is the most underexplored area of Indian economic policy?
Mm. So I'll just stay for me.
Yes, please.
So right now, I think we are spending very less on research and development. So we have to work more on research and development capabilities of India. So
Okay. Uh, I was going through your DAF and I saw that you have interest in stock market
yes.
trading. So, how can we balance market integrity with growth?
Mm. So can you elaborate more about market integrity?
It means how can we ensure that the trust of the retail investor in the market is intact on one hand, on the other hand, the market also grows.
Yes. So we definitely need more regulatory measures by SEBI. Secondly, sir, we need financial education of people so that they do not get trapped in pump and dump schemes and spoofing by that is followed during algorithm trading as well right now, sir. So it's retail investors need to be educated more, and there should be more regulatory measures and strict enforcement of the misclaims in the market. So
Okay. Uh, can you give me a solution for the agrarian crisis?
yes. So the only solution I believe is to reduce the population in agriculture. So currently 45% of Indian population is engaged in agriculture. That leads to disguised unemployment. And this is also the reason that the average landholding of farmers is 1.08 hectare per person, which should be increased by farmer producer organizations and land consolidation so that people are able to invest more in agriculture and overall productivity increases in agriculture.
What are the components of a soil health card?
So if it has three components, so macronutrients, micronutrients, and physical capacities also. So
Thank you. Thank you.
Hello, Abhay. Why? Demands. So there's a demand to grant citizen statehood to Delhi. Yes, sir. Yeah. And there's a counter demand not to grant Delhi a statehood, full statehood. What is what implications it holds?
So the positive implications by giving statehood would be that there would be lesser problems in Delhi with respect to center and state relations, and there would be greater autonomy to the state government. But sir, the negative implications are definitely there that the center would remain as a tenant in a state, which is not acceptable, and there is no precedent to it in the international scenario. Secondly, sir, we need standardized and state of the art land, police, and public order facilities so that so the current situation is well in place, and I think it ensures that people get representation and the center also has certain autonomy in the research.
What you are saying is it also the mind of the Supreme Court? They were hearing this argument, pros and cons, but they don't seem to be in agreement with what you are saying. They were almost in a mood to grant statehood to Delhi. They just stopped short of it, but this is what they hide in mind.
So I believe the current arrangement is very well placed so that the critical infrastructure, the parliament and the center's building and the embassies are also in the safe hands of the center and the police is coordinated enough. So I think, sir, this was also the recommendation of Balakrishnan committee, sir. So I stand by this, sir.
Who's been appointed the RBI governor?
Uh, Sir, the recent change in here, sir, Mr. Sanjay Buluksa Sonenaka, sir.
Have you heard of the citizen starter? Yes, sir. Okay. So, what are the various components of the starter? What does it seek to achieve? Has it failed or succeeded?
So the citizen starter has various components like the mission statement, the uh, information of the officers in charge, the redressal mechanism for citizens, and what the citizens can expect from the department or the ministry. So the problem with citizen starter, so I believe, is the awareness factor and the lack of updation of citizen starter, and people are not able to utilize it and the most efficient ways.
Do you think it has failed?
To a certain extent, yes, I believe it has failed to a certain extent because people are not aware of it and they are updating problems.
More than that, it said that it has no teeth. Unlike the RTI, which has teeth, yes, it can order action against a government servant who withholds or who doesn't share the information. The citizen charter, there is no mechanism to enforce. Yes, that is okay. Now, is high population a uh, good signal for us in terms of HR, human resources, or a bad signal?
Sir, I personally believe that high population is a good thing for us as long as we have a capable population. So we need to work on skill development and human capital formation, and that way we can transform it into demographic dividend rather than a demographic disaster. So
Now I'll come to your cadre choice, preference. You said no to Delhi. Yes. Why? Both draws up here and you not serve Delhi?
sir, it was more of a preference towards Haryana for me, sir. Because Haryana, as a cadre, sir, I believe there are many up and coming cities in Haryana and it is undergoing a transformation from agrarian to industrial economy. So I believe, sir, I could contribute more positively towards Haryana's community.
Delhi require people bright officers here. There are so many loopholes in terms of management of the roads, infrastructure, education, then people migrating here, the migratory population here is people come from Uttaranchal, Himachal, all the people, they require housing needs are immense. All these things, traffic management, don't you think a challenging task in Delhi would have been more? I mean, you've been in Delhi, you've known the pulse of Delhi. Can you not have opted for Delhi? No?
So definitely Delhi has its own challenges and it is definitely a very good cadre as well, sir. But my preference was more towards Haryana's economy, sir.
Okay. Uh, eh, Tell me, if planning commission in its new avatar, what has it brought about?
So the main objective of Niti Aayog to replace Planning Commission was to enhance cooperative federalism and focus more on innovation, sir. Earlier, sir, Planning Commission had an authoritative aspect to it, insofar that it controlled the financial management and controlled the financial authorizations of the government, sir.
This will be my last question. Yes. Do you think that the way we are collecting and collating data, I give you a specific example, ODF. It said that many districts which we claim are ODF, if you could travel by train or bus, you don't find the data matching with the actual scenario. Do you think the method of collection data in the country by the agencies involved is proper or it requires some P1 thing?
Yes, sir. This is definitely a problem as we've seen in the National Family and Surveys Bill, sir. We need robust data collection methods using data analysis and AI. We also need proper documentation of data. There should be a central repository where we publish and we are having transparent evidence-based system, sir, so that people are able to check and recheck the data as well, sir.
Okay, I'll take the liberty of one more small question to you. Uh, the way the grievances are redressed in the central government, Delhi, you think it is or it requires some changes or it requires some evolution? Grievance redressal.
In the central government,
Yes.
sir, I think there should be a more responsive system and more aware public as well, sir. With
Are you aware which agency does it in the central government or which department?
yes, sir, Department of Personal Training and Women's Resources, sir.
Okay, yes.
Okay. So, Abhay, first of all, congratulations on clearing it in the first attempt. And you have belong to a business family. And you have written that you converted your business from B2B to B2C. So, where was the need for it and how did you do it?
So the need was mainly in the reducing footfall in Chandni Chowk, sir. Because of the starting of e-commerce businesses, there has been a significant reduction in footfall for Chandni Chowk. And sir, it was necessary to adapt from a B2B model to B2C. For that, sir, it was not a personal effort, sir. It was a joint effort, and we approach towards digital marketing and setting up a social media account for our business, sir. Secondly, we contacted suppliers so that we are not purchasing in bundles rather than we were expanding our varieties, sir, so that we can tackle the retail customer well.
Because once you come to B2C, the amount of diversification you need to have
Yes, sir.
becomes immense.
Yes.
So that's what I was trying to know. How are you meeting that challenge?
Oh. So there's a system in our in a business in our environment that's there's a system of lots. Those are unsold inventories which we can procure at lower prices. So we experimented with that, sir, for the first time, so that we can expand our varieties at cheaper costs. And whatever the response was, sir, and we expanded our working capital, and we are, sir, going forward with that.
Fine. Now, being a Delite, born and brought up in Delhi, what do you see as the core problems of Delhi?
Yes. So the core problems are definitely the air pollution, the Yamuna pollution, the traffic management problem, lack of affordable housing, sir, and inefficient employment opportunities for migrants. So these are the problems.
Okay. So, supposing now you are at a sufficiently high level
Yes.
in Delhi administration, say you are chief secretary, how do you propose to, I would say, attend these problems, mitigate them?
So,
What are your solutions?
so for any specific problem or all the problems?
One, two, three, whichever you feel, go in the order of which one is the most severe.
So for the pollution problem, the main focus would be to promote the promotion and transition towards electric vehicles, greening of Delhi, and sir, enforcement standards for industries and vehicle emissions, sir. So for secondly, for Yamuna pollution, sir, expansion of sewage systems and using sir innovative technologies like the phytorate by NERI, sir. It has used biotechnology to reduce pollution in sewage systems. And so for the traffic management, we have to improve the public transport system. We have to ensure feeder services in metros and improve the buses system as well, sir.
Don't you see that the two things are interrelated in some way?
Yes, sir, the air pollution and traffic management are definitely interconnected because vehicular emissions contribute almost more than 50% to pollution. So,
We were talking about the appointment of RBI governor just now. So, how do you see these? What are the advantages, I would say, of having RBI governor as a bureaucrat coming as a RBI governor, and what are the disadvantages? Because we have had both.
yes, sir. So, as a bureaucrat, I would think that the advantages are in perspectives of a diverse and a multi-dimensional role of a bureaucrat, which allows them to think more widely towards the economic situations. And the disadvantage, sir, would be the technical aspects of economy and the monetary policy that the bureaucrat might have to uh, evolve with. So,
Okay. And we were talking about
demographic dividend.
Yes.
Just now. So, what are the other stages of demographic development? How does an economy progress?
Yes. So firstly, we start as a with a high death and high birth rates. Secondly, sir, as the economy progresses, the death rate starts to fall, but the birth rates are increasing. That leads to the population explosion part of the economy. Then eventually, sir, as people's income rise and literacy rates increase, the birth rates also decrease, and population is stable at a point. Later on, sir, birth rates decrease below the replacement level, and the population starts decreasing.
Now, it is that we don't have much of time to reap our demographic dividend.
Yes.
And what are your solutions for that? Many cliches are there, but what you feel that this should be done and we will be able to reap the benefit?
Correctly, sir, we have only 30 years for our demographic dividend rise now. So, as pointed out by economic survey, we have only 50% of graduates that are employable. So, we need, sir, vocational education and skilling of people. Secondly, sir, we need to improve the women labor force participation rate as well, which is around 37% currently and is highly lower than the overall global scenario. Thirdly, sir, we need a transition from agriculture to industrial economy because in the if manufacturing sector only contributes around 15% of our GDP, and we need more employment opportunities there as well.
That brings us to another very interesting question as to why we went for this services sector development and not for manufacturing sector development. Because your problem is due to that only, as you are saying.
Yes, sir. So the government has made enough efforts to improve the manufacturing sector, but the problem lies in labor laws and the land acquisition policies, which hinder the manufacturing sectors to improve, sir. For services, the expansion was mainly because these are lower capital intensive and they have lower labor requirements as well. So they do not come under these laws and restrictions that are in. So that's why, sir, they are able to improve and expand larger. And after the 1991 opening scenario, sir, we became an IT and BPO hub due to our cheaper labor and educated labor as well, sir.
Thank you. So,
Abhay Jain, yes. So you belong to a Jain family,
Yes.
with a business background, right? So how do you think that some of the Jain principles like aparigrah,
Yes, sir.
they can help you in the upcoming administrative role?
So, aparigraha literally means that less attachment and reduction of your personal desires as well, sir. So, I think, sir, that would be help me in becoming a person of integrity and not a person, not a corrupt, I won't be able to be corrupted easily by other things, by the material desires.
So is that corruption is only internal, or some of the external factors also enhance that greed or other things?
Yes, sir. The problems of threatening the collusive corruption and these things are also there for corruption, so external factors.
So you have chosen to apply for civil services
Yes,
despite having a business background.
yes.
So what motivated you to come to this field?
So the business was mainly a joint family business, and my role towards it was very negligible. And so I personally, sir, I believe that civil services was a calling for me because there would be a significant impact that I can create in the lives of millions while having a diverse job portfolio and uh, have gained significant experience towards my personality as well, sir.
You have served as a senior executive in Actors Hindu College.
Yes, sir.
How can social entrepreneurship be effective to governance?
Yes. So, social entrepreneurship is, I believe, a fifth pillar to our economy. So, they enhance the government's initiatives and they allow people to develop, to be empowered and allow them to generate financial resources by themselves. So I believe these can significantly contribute towards the efforts of administration and government's policies and ensure fuller development of the people. So.
Okay. So your interests include high intensity training
Yes, sir.
and strength training.
Yes.
Okay. So, how important do you think that physical fitness is important for an administrator?
So physical fitness emanates with mental fitness as well, sir. It allows us to have a clearer mental picture and let some steam off as well, sir. Secondly, sir, physical fitness is definitely required in terms of greater performance and effectiveness, because it allows us our heart health to be stable and overall physical capabilities to be stable. So I believe it is very necessary for not only a civil servant but overall any citizen as well, sir.
So, in your area, what are the three specific urban challenges?
Mr. So in my area in Pithampura.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So the main problems I believe are solid waste management in my area, the traffic problem, and the lack of affordable housing is also a problem. So
So, how can the administration help to solve these urban challenges?
yes, sir. So for solid waste management, so I believe the best solution as done by Indore is segregation of waste. So it almost reduces by 40% the overall waste generation. So secondly, we need community waste composting methods for biodegradable waste, so that most of the waste is ended in the community itself and does not reach the landfills. So then we need a waste recycling policy as well. So for traffic problems, again, public transport needs to be strengthened, and there should be behavioral changes with respect to choosing cycles and carpooling activities rather than personal cars. So
Many times we say this, but we personally don't use these means bicycles or you are understanding my point.
so that's why a behavioral change is necessary, and there can be certain incentives on cycles, or there should be bicycle pathways and easier connectivity and mobility in the road scenarios. I think.
Vehicles are not being sold, okay, and inventories are increasing,
Yes, yes.
okay, and even then we are seeing that there is a problem of traffic in our cities. So, can you provide a solution for that?
Yes, sir.
Means on the one hand, economy is being hampered. On the other hand, there is problem of traffic. Okay.
Yes, sir. So the solution is 15-minute cities and transit-oriented development, sir. We need to reduce the travel time of people so that they have more facilities in the proximity of their area, so that they do not have to travel more. This would improve the traffic situation and overall fuel usage as well, sir. That would really improve the savings of people and have a boost towards economy as well, sir.
Okay. Abhay, one final question before we conclude this interaction. I was going through your DAF and you have written watching suspense thriller Hollywood movies.
Yes.
Can you elaborate on this a bit, dear?
Sir, like in the movies, sir,
What kind of movies you actually like suspense thriller, any particular movie which has inspired you or you have loved it?
so I love the Hateful Eight movie by Quentin Tarantino. That was a movie about bounty hunters who chase a bounty, a criminal, and they will capture them, and they are stuck in a blizzard, and they take shelter in a habitation.
Where's your favorite character in the movie?
Sir, my favorite character is the general, sir. They do not name
When
any.
you like that person?
Sir, he is the most vigilant person, sir. He is able to see the real intentions of other people in the movie, sir, and he was able to decode what the people are actually wanting in the movie.
Also, let me take the liberty of asking one more.
Yes,
You like high intensity interval training and strength training.
yes,
You love suspense thriller.
yes.
Then why IPS is not your first choice?
Sir, the diversity of IAS, I believe, is has a charm factor to it, and it allows us to have a more impact towards social empowerment, education, health. These factors had a more inclination for me.
If you are awarded the Indian Police Services, will you join?
And sure, sir, and that is definitely a one of the most prestigious jobs of the country, and so I would be very happy to be an IPS.
Thank you, Abhay. Your interview is over, and we will reconnect with you in some time for your feedback.
Sure, sir. Okay. And be sir. And
That's it. Your a formal interview, this is over. Okay, just give you a brief value additions where there is a scope for you to improve. Okay, is your observations now. See, wherever you have a scope of mentioning, if something is pending in a court of law, ideally you should mention it. The advantage is that you will have an escape route.
Yes.
So it's not the final word. You have, for instance, the statehood. It's pending in the courts. So there's some escape route for you. If they suppose you are cornered, you can say, sir, the final word is yet to be pronounced by the court, sir. So let's wait. It's something like that. Okay, number one. Number two, use of the word bureaucrat should be avoided. It's a civil servant.
Okay.
Okay. Second, third, Haryana and Delhi. I put that question to you, and you said that you would prefer Haryana. Rather than saying that, you can make it more positive that, sir, I will have opportunities to serve in the center on central deputation.
Okay, sir.
So you will bring the best practices from Haryana to Delhi to the center and vice versa.
Okay, sir.
So rather than saying that, sir, Haryana is better for me rather than Delhi, you say that both are good for me. I would rather be in one place, either of the two places. That's all right. Because Delhi also you will come on central deputation.
Okay, sir.
So that will be a good word, good catch for the board to sense that you are, ready to go. Okay.
sir.
So best practices of the central government goes there and vice versa, you bring it here.
Sure, sir.
Citizen charter. The word that I was expecting you to say was, it has bound the civil servant or the departments or the central government towards accountability. Earlier, they were all freelancing. So accountability is the theme of the citizen charter. That is the purpose for which it was introduced. Okay.
Sure, sir.
Failure came because, as I mentioned, there is no teeth. Unlike, the government servant is not afraid, or he is not unduly disturbed because he is saying that nothing will happen to me. Unlike the RTI, where there is a provision that if you go beyond 45 days, there can be an action against you. Don't use the word yeah. Okay. It's either a yes, and yes, sir, as rightly observed, too many yes, sir is not. You've been called for an interview, for a personality test, for an interaction. So बहुत ज़्यादा sir और ठीक है ना, yes sir एक बार हो गया शुरू में, then thereafter sir or yes, but not responding also is a good idea.
Okay.
Okay. Zen philosophy, you handle that question and you said, I am not open to easily, I am not getting corruptible or something like that, you said. Rather than that, incorruptible is the word. That is what you should be saying. That philosophy will bind me towards truth, and I am sort of incorruptible in holding of my. Your tie, just thought make a mention of it. It should be a plain tie, not a flashy or a gaudy one. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Otherwise, you are ready to go. आप लोग कुछ add करें?
Abhay, overall your performance was decent, but I think when you were speaking, the pace of your speech, it was too quick, and sometimes you were fumbling a lot,
Okay.
and that made it very difficult for us to understand that actually what you were trying to say.
Okay.
Then, when this Carter question was asked, you, sir, has appropriately highlighted that to you. But I'd also like to draw your notice to the service question that I asked you at the fag end of your interview.
Yes.
Uh, when I asked you that why you are not going for IPS, it should first show respect for the service. Okay. You said that I like IAS more. That could be your personal liking, but you should start like this, sir. Both are esteemed all India services. But since UPSC gave me a preference, so I opted for IPS. If I am awarded IAS, if I am awarded IPS, I'll surely join it. Okay. Plus, this cadre and service questions are asked to see whether you have any regional bias or service bias. Okay, sir. So don't allow it to highlight. Okay. The thriller movie that you highlighted, I would suggest you to choose some other movie. Okay, because it's more of like a very you can understand that it's slightly on the weaker side of argument. Then you said, I think, I feel a lot when you were answering. Rather, the correct word would be I believe. Okay, sir. In my limited knowledge, whenever a new information was given to you, you should say thank you, sir, for enlightening me. If you don't know anything, say, sir, as of now, I'm not aware of it, but I'll definitely go back and read all this. This shows that you have a learning attitude. The sitting posture that you have, your feet are dragged under your chair. That's a sign of nervousness. Okay. Also, you were rubbing your hands. That's also a sign of anxiety. Okay. You should place your hands on your thighs, or you can hold them like this in between. I can understand you are not a mechanical player and human behavior. Again, you said, yeah, try to cut that down. Yes, and sit with your back touching the back of the seat. Otherwise, you will slouch it slightly as the interaction goes on. आप छोटे लगने लगते हो, हैं? So this shows lack of confidence again. Okay, and so this was my feedback. Before we award you the score, I would also pass the other parents so they have any other observations.
Something when you ask the question, you have to frame your mind. Take a 5-second break. It's not necessary that you start answering immediately. Only take 5 minutes, because what I saw was that you immediately responded by saying yes sir and then started. Take 5-second break. I would say think about the answer. What are the points you are coming out with? Prioritize them very quickly. And you have to answer completely. For example, in the case of, I asked you what are the different stages of demographic development. From the beginning, you came up to demographic dividend stage. The next stage, you did not mention. Okay. So your answer has to be complete. Right? And rest is okay. And you, because you have mentioned this stock markets, so you can expect some questions regarding that. Definitely. Relating to economy. For example, when is the market overheated? What are the signs?
And try to have a slight smile, or smiling means remove the pressure from your face. Okay. Though it is normal, you are facing interview for the first time. Okay. But try to do that. Okay. And you answer on the agrarian crisis question was not so complete. Means there should have been some forward and backward linkages. Means okay. Means you can expect such type of questions because you have economics background. Okay. Right. Then sir.
Okay, Abhay, one last suggestion. Can you shave properly there today?
No, not today, sir.
So if you want to wear a beard, it has to be properly kept.
Yes.
Otherwise, you should.
No, I will bleach shave.
Okay, and then if you see, the collar is coming out of your like coat collar. Okay, so it looks mighty clumsy. Okay, so take these mock drills very seriously, Des. And otherwise, you are a brilliant candidate. First time going to the interviews, very young, and my best wishes are with you. If you have any questions, you can ask. Then I'll award my.
No, sir, I think now.
So these are today's performance. This is not the judgment of your potential, but based on today's performance, the board has decided to award you marks between the range of 160 to 170. Okay, but definitely you can add 2025 to this easily with the feedback that has been provided.
Okay.
When will do you?
So 27th of January.
So you have a time.
Yeah.
Thank you, Abhay. And I would project like you to make it. You belong to the college. You passed out from the college from where I did decades ago. Yes, when Professor Bhatia was the economics teacher and he was the principal also.
All right, sir. I'm not aware, sir. Thank you, sir. Best. Thank you.